Oh, hi, Max. Come in. Do I smell a fresh fish? Yeah, not exactly. Boy, if she would knew where I got this largemouth bass from. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another attempt of mine to record the episode for Stardew Valley 1.5 here on Natural Professional Walkthrough channel for the 23rd and 24th of winter. Why is it the second attempt? Well, we are gonna get to that because, let's face it, I want to start to work on my coops, and due to the fact that today is Tuesday, I obviously cannot go see Robin, which leaves us only with Wednesday. Now here is the biggest problem. Even if I would to put, let's say, my hoe to be upgraded or the coops to be constructed, because we have the Feast of the Winter Star coming up on the next episode, this is gonna put a pause or hold on any construction or upgrades being done. Therefore, it is kind of really important for me to try and squeeze in as much stuff tomorrow as possible. And if I'm gonna keep screwing around today, well then it's gonna be kind of funny that way. So yeah. But that's besides the point. Let's take a look at the birthday girl for today, which is Leah, the first NPC who I always kind of wanted to marry but never eventually got to, just due to the fact that she is celebrating her birthday so late during the winter season, which actually, thanks to the stuff which she loves, which we are gonna get to, is actually beneficial because some of these things you would really struggle to obtain early in game. So let's take a look at what might be the possible gifts for Leah. So Leah has a love for goat cheese, poppy seed muffins, salad, stir-fry, truffle, vegetable medley, and wine. One of the early things which you can get her is stir-fry, because this is the first dish which you learn from Queen of Sauce, and I did recently the Queen of Sauce versus NPC recipe, so go check it out. Lots of fun. I kind of do need the views. And therefore, the rest of these things are heavily dependent on other activities. You cannot be brewing wine before you level up your farming skill and get your hands on kegs. You cannot obtain truffles before you get deluxe barns and have pigs. You cannot get poppy seed muffin because this is a dish which you learn during the winter of year 2, specifically on the 7th of winter, so on Caroline's birthday. And then we have the additional things such as the vegetable medley, which you can get from Caroline once you reach 7 hearts. And then there is the salad, and the salad is from Emily, and she can give you this recipe once you reach 3 hearts. And with how much of a heavy focus has been placed on Emily as of late, she has become one attractive lady. And speaking of that, we still have to do the rock rejuvenation quest for her. So there is quite a lot which I'm gonna try to get done on this episode. So I hope you are gonna enjoy this one. So we are gonna have to drop off these things. And here's the kicker. When we take a look at Leah's program or schedule, we have for winter only specific program for the 15th when she participates in the night market, and then when it's not raining on Mondays, which means it's probably not related somehow to winter. I'm not really sure how can it be related to winter when it's never raining. And then we have her normal schedule, which is something which we are going to be taking a look at. So her normal schedule consists of 9 a.m. sculpts in her cottage, 12 p.m. moves to the easel to paint, 2 p.m. stands in front of a bookcase in her cottage, 4 p.m. leaves her cottage and walks to the Stardrop Saloon, 11:40 p.m. leaves the saloon to return home and sleep. Here's the cool thing. After 4 p.m., she's gonna be at the saloon, which means if I go there, I can also deal with Emily's rock rejuvenation quest. Last time I tried to attempt this, I was missing the emerald, and therefore I was not able to obtain my own sewing machine. However, since I do have all of those gems stored now at the farm, I will be able to go to the saloon, give Leah goat cheese, and then I will be able to also give Emily those minerals. And therefore, we have some form of a time limit, because if I want to, for example, go see Clint before and put in the upgrade, we are working therefore with a certain deadline. So I'm gonna have to make sure that this time I don't screw this up and we have one content full episode ready for you. So let's check the weather for tomorrow. So tomorrow it's not gonna be snowing, so the snapshot is gonna look nicer. And today is not that much of a lucky day, which is coincidentally good for me because at least it will allow me the time to run around the village and drop off all of these quests. Plus, there is the fact that I have that 100 wheat flour, which I want to drop off for the home cooks bundle. And one of the main reasons why I want to start working on my cubes is the fact that I want to get those eggs, finish off this thing. And I do realize that on the last episode, I kind of missed out on the traveling merchant. And soon we're gonna get our pomegranates, but the rabbit's foot is still gonna be an elusive item. So I'm hoping either the traveling merchant is gonna be able to provide it, or we're gonna get it as a loot drop in these coal mines. So I want to get the last bundles done so that either I can get access to the Ginger Island through this or some other means, but I really want to get it over with because we are looking at those remix bundles. And speaking of remix bundles, if you want to actually find out all the currently available remix bundles, you can actually go check them out on the wiki page of the website of you can actually go check on the wiki page of the website. Yeah. I'm actually not even recording this in the evening. This is just the fact that I don't have any script, or I just have some couple of notes of topics which I want to cover, and that is the reason why probably majority of people switch off the episode after like 2 or 3 minutes of me talking. But okay, let's just shut up and walk outside and take a look at what the farm is looking like. So, when we take a look at the snapshot, we see multiple things happening. So, I'm gonna be, for now, ignoring kind of the west side of the farm where there are only crab pots and I cannot take a snapshot of inside of the greenhouse. So there's that. If you take a look at the barns, you see that I have been moving around the preserve jars around in order to keep them by either the fish ponds or the crops which are below in the 8 iridium quality sprinklers. So we are going to be focusing on the upper right corner where I see that some caviar is done. I'm going to be trying to move some of those preserve jars down to the lower part where I'm basically using the preserve jars as a form of a fence. And this is convenient because the fish ponds will be able to produce roe, and I will be loading it into the preserve jars. And also, theoretically, I could then move away those lightning rods which are used as a fence and use them for the cubes. If we take a look at the lower part of the farm, I see that a lot of trees are actually done growing, but because today Robin will not be willing to or able to build us anything, this is why I'm actually gonna hold on to chopping down those trees till like the evening or something, because in that place down there where there are those 3 trees growing in the water is where I want to keep my cubes. So if I would chop down all of those trees, I should get around 400 something wood. I actually did run a test on it, but because today is a less of a lucky day, I'm not really sure if I want to do it today. I will see how this will work out, but yeah. I'm gonna have to therefore start processing the stuff around. I don't see that many things happening, so I'm gonna deal with the crab pots, the fish ponds, move around some of the preserve jars, go milk my goats and cows, and then we are gonna move on to dealing with Leah, Emily, and some of the other stuff which we can get processed right now here. So enjoyed the sped up footage or I'm just gonna cut it out. I don't know, it will totally depend. And I will talk to you in a couple of moments. Okay, so one thing which you saw me do is move a portion of the recycling bins towards the west coast of the farm. And I'm doing actually this because as I keep expanding the production of the crab pots, I am pulling out more and more junk, and therefore the amount which I currently do have at this location is unable to keep up with the huge amount of trash which I keep pulling out. So I'm gonna try to put more of the recycling bins over to the greenhouse, and therefore if I will be trying to process some of these things, it will just allow me to do this a bit more proficiently. So we're gonna be able to get that out of the hand and get some other work done. The only disadvantage of me going and putting the recycling bins over to that side is the fact that the small collection bin which I use is only located by the fish ponds, but it's gonna be moved around probably based on how the fish ponds are gonna perform. And the biggest issue which I'm currently struggling to determine is the factor of what exactly should I be putting into the fish ponds. You see, I do have the lava eels, I do have sturgeons, I do have ice pips, I do have the blobfish, I do have the yellow cucumber for eventual production of the lucky lunch. I don't want to be putting in squids or octopus or midnight squid because these species do not produce any roe, and therefore you get only the ink or any other item which they might produce. And unfortunately the wiki page is missing like a list of what is the most valuable row to the least valuable row, which is theoretically a good idea for a video, but yeah, Therefore, I'm really struggling to determine if I'll just go heavy with sturgeons or just put in more of the lava eels, or go with like salmon and tuna and other species, despite the fact that their overall value of the roe is pretty damn horrific. And it kind of makes me wonder how the farm will further evolve from then on out. So we can theoretically consult here with the computer. We do have only 424 pieces of hay left, 192 crops, 0 crops ready, nothing is unwatered. We have 21 crops ready in the greenhouse, and yeah. Let's go take a look inside of the greenhouse, see what awaits us there. I'm gonna be walking around with the milk for now, because it will allow me then on the way there to theoretically drop off whatever I can into the cheese process. Okay, so we do have the ancient fruit. Theoretically, it would be a good idea to do like an experiment for the farm of planting the ancient fruit outside, because it grows throughout 3 seasons. The biggest problem is if you plant the ancient fruit on the 1st of spring, it's gonna take you until the 1st of summer to get your first harvest without the use of any speed grow. So I really prefer to have the ancient fruit actually inside. I think it will be just overall a bit more productive use. I'm gonna keep the star fruit. I actually do have more seeds inside of the chest by the cottage, so we should not struggle over there. Just make sure that we load in all of these goodies so that we have that cheese nice and ready to be produced. I will be dropping off this for our birthday girl, and therefore I will need to make sure that any additional things which I will be taking along with me will be set up for this specifically. Okay, so we are getting more of the preserve jars done, and I'm trying to move the preserve jars down there and keep them in here as a theoretical fence, because it's just gonna allow me to process that row much more efficiently. So that is a one type of use. We can also put in 1 star fruit for that high valued jelly. I'm gonna be probably knocking out 2 more of these in order to put down you and you. There are gonna be bunch of gaps allowing me to put in a ton of gates so I can move freely in and out of this cutout space. I will not be expanding it over to this side. I was actually thinking maybe I will be putting my barns here so that they are close to any of the farmable land and my crops, and I will see what I will be using the top right corner of the farm for. It's not yet like fully determined what will be the use of that space, but I'm just gonna see how I will try to evolve the farm eventually. But yeah, this is so far looking pretty damn nice. And we can theoretically load in more of the star fruit because I don't have any more row currently available on hand. So let's go and sell some of these things. So I will free up that precious space in my backpack. And this is kind of a toughie to determine where I want to go with the ancient fruit. If I want to keep it for now, or if I want to get rid of it. Theoretically, I can also give 1 wine bottle to Leah, but I will probably just give her the goat cheese, and it's just gonna be a bit easier for me to get that processed like that. Okay, so here's the thing. It's 2:20 and I am planning on doing those things for or with the NPCs. So we have 4 p.m. as the theoretical time or the deadline. So I have goat cheese for Leah. I want to grab the Omni Geodes because if I will go see Clint, that is gonna be important. We're gonna take 5 gold bars for upgrading of our hoe so that we have all of our tools up to at least the gold quality. Next thing on the list is to drop off the lightning rods for now because I kind of do not need them. I can take you, therefore I can replace you. Okay, and for rock rejuvenation, we are gonna require the following stuff. We are gonna require a ruby, an emerald, a amethyst, a jade, and a topaz, if I am correct. Let me double check it with the wiki page. So yeah, for rock rejuvenation, ruby, topaz, emerald, jade, and amethyst. So let's try to somehow sort this out. Ruby, emerald, amethyst. These are all here. That's all done. Let's put the kegs right now here just so that I'm not sitting on this for too long for no good reason. I'm gonna try to free up as much space because trying to crack the Omni Geodes, that's gonna obviously take up some space eventually. So let's see if I don't have... Okay, so we have 35 of those, and let's run to the town. We are gonna have some time therefore to work with Willie. I'm not gonna be taking the forageables because I want to have him crack open these things for me. And I cannot get the tool first upgrade because he is then gonna refuse to process the Omni Geodes for me. So let's see what is gonna be the overall yield. Okay, so on an unlucky day, I'm getting iridium. Awesome. Good to know, good to know. If I'm gonna get more of the iridium, that is gonna be just dandy because that will eventually allow me to upgrade another tool. And thanks to the fact that I'm producing surprisingly high amount of artisanal items, this will then in return allow me to actually go and make the money which I'm gonna lose on getting some of these things done for the farm. So we are gonna see how this is gonna turn out, but yeah, let's see what is gonna be dropped from these things. Just keep in mind that I will theoretically go and see the museum curator and see if I can drop off some of these valuables. Obviously I can get rid of like the clay and some of this other stuff in order to free up that precious bit. God damn! Okay. If you give me one more like that, I will be actually one happy cookie, but I'm getting 2 bars of iridium as is, so that's pretty damn neat. So let's go and check. I need to get this done for 4 p.m. so that he won't close up the shop. Okay, so donate to museum. We can only drop off this one mineral, which is kind of a bad thing for me. It's gonna be more and more tricky to fulfill these collections, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. Okay, some iron. If I'll get some duplicate things right now, I do not mind that much. I could have theoretically dropped off the damn computer because that is a horrible selling item. I cannot turn it into anything better. Some duplicate things, some gold, and the last one, piece of copper. Okay, so we're gonna go with the upgrade, and I'm gonna go with the hoe because I will not be planting anything additional for the rest of the season, and the crops are gonna be watered and everything, so that is gonna be taken care of, so we should be a-okay. So now I can actually go see Emily. She should be at the tavern hopefully by now. It's past 3 p.m. I don't see her yet, so she might be at her home. So let's go check it out. Hopefully we won't see another cutscene. Where is she? Okay. Interesting. So 4 p.m. Leah should be on her way. So let's give her that goat cheese. So that has been taken care of. The tool has been put in to be upgraded. Let's check out the trash. No. Where is Emily? Seriously, where is she? Okay, so here you are. So we are gonna be dropping off these things. Okay, please don't tell me that, oh my god, really? I need to drop off another amethyst? Okay, annoying as that is. The biggest issue is, however, the fact that because this counted as a theoretical gift, okay, it did not. I was just afraid that she's gonna not be able to accept the amethyst again. Pam is moving away. Let's grab that crystal fruit and that holly. We do have those 3 kegs which need to be placed up into that corner, and we can theoretically put in something to be brewed. I can also put the... This can be sold. I can put the crystal fruit into those kegs in order to actually get that stuff done. So this can go with me, and I don't know if I want to hold on to one more, but I definitely want to grab one more of these. So like this is gonna then allow me to sell more cheese. I'm gonna be dropping off you two over here. I need to replant the starfruit. If I would just only remember how much starfruit it was that I picked up and took from here, since we still have the effect of the triple shot espresso, it doesn't really matter. I can run just about anywhere. So there goes that. Gonna be getting rid of seeds. We can put down the kegs here. That goes there. You go here. Let's make some pale ale happen. Everything except of the amethyst. Okay, so we do have a ton of coal, which is awesome, which should theoretically allow me to create more preserve jars, but I want to preserve that wood for that cube tomorrow. So let's go see Emily, give her, hold on, one more thing. Let's grab the maple syrup, so that we can go into the secret woods and do that secret note. Let's put these like so. How much more time? 0.55 seconds. Okay, looks like we do have a bunch of eggs here. Done. The reason why I'm moving these away is that theoretically this whole section can be reserved for the use of fish ponds. So it's kind of still heavily dependent on what I will try to cram in. This is gonna work like this, and I can theoretically go with some ancient fruit wine. So there goes that. This goes there. That goes there. So we are gonna do a run to the saloon. I'm gonna give Emily that amethyst. Hopefully that's gonna be a certified special quest completed. And if I understand the game mechanic by now correctly, it's gonna probably take until the spring season for us to get our hands on another special quest. So the rock rejuvenation is completed, therefore, and the nearest couple of days I should be getting my hands on that blueprint. I'm gonna drink one more triple shot, and I should have theoretically put some coffee to be brewed, but hopefully we are gonna be able to last with the triple shot espressos, which I do have. I actually prefer the use of the triple shots, despite the fact that the regular coffee has the same benefit of giving you +1 speed. Is the amount of time which is the key component or the key to the success. I also realized that I left the flour at the farm, but we are going in the opposite direction today. And also I want to grab the midnight squid, which is a fish that can be found in the water or that small lake in the Cindersap Woods where we are currently located. And here, so this is where I want to go and try to do that fishing. I mean, I do have the necessary equipment for it. We also do have this. I will not be able to extract none of these little worms right now because we have gone with the upgrade. So let's do the cutscene with the bear. We are gonna therefore get our hands on the better selling price of the... Why am I not triggering the bear? I do have the maple syrup. That's weird. I was really sure that it's gonna work out. I mean, I do have that secret node after all. So let's just grab, therefore, that wood. We're gonna try to do that fishing in order for me to come across the midnight carp, and hopefully that is gonna allow me to put some additional species into the fish ponds. And the fun thing is about the midnight carp, of course, that they turn the color of the... No, I cannot seem to trigger the damn thing. Probably it's too damn late. They turn the water in the fish pond purple, so it's aesthetically a nice looking thing. Same as with your lava eels and some of the other species. Okay, there goes a pike. I really want a midnight carp, and I'm gonna, of course, try to cut down as many of those trees growing at my farm as possible so that tomorrow I don't have to do that much cutting of the trees. Come on, midnight carp. Bite, you sucker. Yeah, I don't think none of these species are actually midnight carp, which are biting currently. I am here on the right time. I'm in here during the right season. There we go. There's that midnight carp. So he's gonna go into that fish pond. Let's try to get one more. The cool thing is that I do have that mini obelisk down at the southern part of the farm. So theoretically, I can try to chop down as many of those trees as possible for me. And after that, try to take the mini obelisk to the top of the farm where I will go and just sleep. And therefore, we can proceed on to the next day. So I'll shut up. We'll talk when I get to the summary of the day. And we're gonna continue tomorrow. Okay, so just from those couple of trees, I got over 240 wood, so that's awesome. The yield from the lovely, lovely artisanal items, and all of these are just the artisanal things, are over 20,000, so that's pretty damn awesome. Kind of makes me wonder if I should go see Marnie and purchase the auto grabber so that I don't have to do the milking myself. The profits from the mining are pretty damn nice because we cracked open a bunch of Omni Geodes and the overall result was 31,000 gold. So yeah, let's move on to the next day and see what can be done. Okay, so it's the 24th. On the next episode, we are going to be celebrating the Feast of the Winter Star. I'm quite sure we should be getting a mail from Lewis regarding, like, reminding us who is our Secret Santa so we don't forget. So that's that. Nothing else happening. Today, I would really love to go see Robin regarding the construction of the coop. So that is gonna be that. Unfortunately, we know that it's gonna be postponed due to the 25th, which means that the coop should be done by the 27th. And then, if I will have the chance on the 28th, I'm gonna see her regarding construction of another coop so that we can get these things going and so that our ducks and chickens can start growing during the spring season, because there is also that Gus's quest where he wants like 24 eggs and such, and it's just gonna be a nightmare. So yep, that's that. And let's see what's in the telly. So okay, tomorrow it's gonna be a nice day because it's the event, so of course I'm gonna be taking snapshots of that too. And today is not that much of a lucky day, so that sucks. Okay, let's take a look at the farm and see what we got going for us. So once again, the entire western part is reserved for the crab pots currently, so not that much. If we go a bit to the center, we see that one of the iridium quality sprinklers is done with the crops. If we move up, we see that there's also salvage by the greenhouse. And speaking of salvage, if we take a look at the lower right part of the map, we see that there are 2 more salvage crates. Shocking that 3 of them actually popped up overnight. And then when we go up, we see that we have some preserve jars, some kegs, and of course our fish ponds ready to keep on producing the roe, and the recycling bins and all the other good stuff is there. So yeah, another day full of work, and let's go see what's in the mail. So hi Max, thanks again for the wonderful gemstones. Those will be perfect for my energy realignment work. I wanted to thank you with this special gift. I hope you create some wonderful items with it, Emily. So we have our own sewing machine, so I can actually go put this down. And this is gonna, in combination with the cloth, allow us to create all sorts of things. Like for example, if I would to make a stir fry here and I would mix that with a cloth, I would get like a camo t-shirt. So yeah, there are all sorts of recipes. All of them can be of course found on the wiki page. I don't know any of them, but 1.4 patch has been heavily focused on the clothing and Emily, so there is that thing. Okay, so here's the reminder. Dear Max, tomorrow is the Feast of the Winter Star. Did you get a gift for your secret friend, George? The feast starts at 9 a.m. in the town square. See you then, Mayor Lewis. So George is kind of easy to take care of because all I will actually require from my farm can be already obtained during the spring season. But if I don't have access to leeks, we have access to fried mushrooms, and I actually do have all the necessary ingredients in my fridge so that I can cook him the damn dish and we can give him that gift. So there's that. Now, I'm gonna shut up and probably get to work so that we can get this farm ready. And yeah, we have a ton of stuff to do, so let's get busy.
Eventually.
Okay, getting sea urchins might be a bit annoying, but we are gonna have to take a look at the beach therefore, so I'm gonna see how that is gonna work out for us. But that's like the least of all the issues which we should get addressed. When it comes to the seeds, we can do this. And so what we can, and 214 muscles, so I will definitely not struggle getting my hands on some mango saplings eventually, which is good to know. Okay, I kind of have to limit the coffee brewing quantities due to one fact. I will need those seeds eventually for the planting purposes so that we have access to coffee throughout 2 seasons. We can actually do 1 starfruit wine here. And is there any other keg which should be loaded? Yep, right over there. So let's go and do this. You can therefore drop off the ancient fruit, and that is gonna allow me to get some of the other things processed. We are gonna be missing some fiber. One thing which I really should do is get the tea sapling. I will require wild seeds of any kind. I unfortunately don't have fiber. This is gonna be annoying because it will prevent me from getting the necessary stuff done. It's 12:20, and for construction of the coop, I will require 300 wood and 100 stone. So let's see if we do have... Yeah, I'm missing 1 piece of wood and 100 stone. Theoretically, the recycling machines might hold what I do require. I'm gonna have to take a look at that, but I definitely need to get this done. You can also grab this for the community center. This is trash. This needs to be processed with the preserve jars. These are the necessary construction materials. Okay, I'm gonna have to pop 1 more triple shot. If my calculations are correct, it comes up to like 3 triple shot espressos per day. And that should keep you nice and fast and running steady. Okay. There goes all of that. Now I have the necessary resources. This is gonna be a tough cookie. Robin is actually at the workshop a bit longer, so let's do this because I actually do have like a form of plan on how to run this. Damn it, this is gonna be... Okay, so... one thing which I need to kind of do is create some cobble path here. And... give me a second because I have loaded the farm plan, and I want to make sure that I will execute this correctly. And it's gonna be kind of easier for me to guide the construction of the coop if I have the cobble path laid down for me ahead. It's gonna be like a little guideline which is gonna allow me to build it where I need it to be. Okay, so we need to go... here, and that should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, if I were to put down the cobble path like here and continue down through here, if I were to put the coop here, the center line should meet here where the tree is poking out of the water. Yeah, I know it's the weirdest direction I could have chose, or the weirdest detail, but it somehow works for me, and it's gonna allow me to put there a ton of coops from 3 up to God knows how many I will want to keep at the farm. After all, ducks are cheaper, and Dak mayonnaise sells pretty damn decently well, so why the heck not? Okay, so let's go see her. I could have theoretically brought her that hardwood which she requested on the last episode, but I kind of did screw up here, so yeah, what the heck. And this is why I kind of wanted to have this guideline set up here, because trying to do this... so how do you want to do it so that the bottom of the house meets... Okay, so I will move the cobble path, therefore, 1 more tile lower. And there is gonna be our first coop. And I don't really want to purchase any wood from her as of now, because I kind of don't have to. I do have those trees growing at the farm. The sea urchins, we are gonna have to take a look at that, because due to the Feast of the Winter Star, I will not be able to access the beach, which is kind of why I'm happy that I have access to so many crab pots at my farm. So there goes that, and that seems to be like those last 2 things. And because I don't have any fiber, I cannot even put in tea to be grown inside of the greenhouse. And I mentioned this on the previous episode. Theoretically, you don't have to use stuff like cheese press, mayonnaise machine, preserve jars, lightning rods, and other things. You can theoretically use tea sapling as your fence. It's a natural thing. You cannot pass through it, so can the animals. And also, you will get something during the last week of the season out of it. So it might be a theoretical win-win for you if you play it right. I'm not a huge fan of the tea because there is more hassle regarding it in comparison to the overall benefits. You seriously just gave me a largemouth bass, Lewis, out of your trash can. Theoretically speaking, I can then go see Jodi at 7 p.m. if I have not done so, and drop that thing on her floor. So 7 p.m. there it is. The invitation stands. Please pick up 2 of them. Damn it, we are gonna be missing 1 more for the blobfish. So unfortunately, there aren't that many more. I do not have the access to something which I totally forgot what I wanted to say. So we can wait for 7 p.m., do some fishing here. And in the evening, I will be just chopping down those trees because unfortunately they are kind of in the way of where I want to be placing the cobble path to follow the outline of the fence that will be surrounding my coops. So there goes that idea. And I'm pulling out tuna here, and tuna is one of the additional species which I can theoretically put into a fish pond, because I will be able then to be making fish tacos. Because I'm such a great friend with Linus, I have access to said recipe. So I'm gonna try to milk this so that exactly at 7 I will be able to arrive. It's kind of funny how this worked out. And once again, I'm kind of afraid that if I'll go too late to the secret woods, despite the fact that I don't even have the maple syrup, it would not trigger the event with the bear. We're gonna switch to the high concentration spot for at least a bit so that I can fish out probably something of a nice value. Treasure chest would be nice with something which I have not dropped off at the museum as of yet, but I'm kind of struggling here to hit the mark on that location. It's 5:50. There goes that treasure chest. So let's see what's inside. Okay, 4 pieces of stone. It's kind of a middle finger to me, but whatever. I'll take it. Okay, so because I don't have any more access, or well, I do have access to the coffee, but I don't have access to its effect because it's worn off, and I really don't want to be popping coffee or triple shot espresso for now. I'm just gonna stay here, wait up for the event to trigger. Jodi's coming there. I don't know how long will it take because, well, I'm gonna be dropping some base in Jodi's home. And yeah, it's one of those really weird cutscenes, so I hope you are gonna enjoy it in case you've never seen it. And let's see how this is gonna work. Oh, hi Max, come in. Do I smell a fresh fish? Yeah, not exactly. Boy, if she would knew where I got this largemouth bass from. Sam, could you come in here and help with the dinner? Yes, Mom. Or Ma'am? Drop that bass. Wow, this looks like quality bass, Max. Thanks so much for bringing this. That crispy bass was delicious. The breading was out of this world. I almost feel like part of the family now. And that is the fastest eating family because no time has passed. So, yeah, I think I'll be cutting off the episode here because I'm gonna be chopping down trees and just doing the demolitions work. So, tune in for the next episode when we will be celebrating the Feast of the Falling Star. And we are gonna be giving George some fried mushroom. Because, I don't know, week seems kind of not appropriate for the end of the year as a gift. Let's just cook some of those meals since we know them. And yeah, if you want to know or see more fun Stardew Valley content, go check out the channel. Link is in the description. Also, if you want to know what the channel is up to, in case you are not the hugest fan of Stardew Valley, consider subscribing as I publish content from Mondays till Fridays on all sorts of things. I do comparisons, playthroughs, discussions, all sorts of cool stuff, so go check it out. Link is in the description. And I will wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Hopefully you are staying safe, and I will see you in the comments or in the future videos. Thank you for watching, everyone. Stay safe and bye-bye.